Rocky T, me, Jack Slam me, how you doing? Lowdown? Hey, brand new Lowdown for you, Rocky.
I'm excited, Jack. We're here again. I mean, come on. This is like, what, 3 weeks in a row?
I know. We're on the ball with this every Friday night. You can check out an all-new Lowdown right here on the YouTube channel. We got some good stuff for him tonight, Rocky. How about this? How about a 20-man Royal Rumble?
And I hear that the winner of that going to take on Tyshaun Prince on next week's Lowdown.
Oh, man, I can't wait to see it. Fans, we're set it up for you. Got a couple big matches for you. Let's get on to some wrestling with Disco and DeFalco.
Good evening, everybody. We are ready. Lowdown time. Joe DeFalco, Disco Inferno, and we're starting it off with a 20-man Rumble where the winner will get a title shot with Tyshaun Prince next week. First time ever, Disco Inferno. The heavyweight title will be defended right here on the Lowdown.
That's exciting, but what we have to do to get look at this. Look how fun. Isn't that funny? Look how Funny Bones is.
Funny Bones.
Yeah, he's hysterical, isn't he?
You know.
He like humiliated the fat kid there at ringside and just embarrassed him with his funny stuff.
You know, maybe he'll be joining RVD doing comedy this week. So
maybe.
You know, it's a wrestler thing now. Everybody's a comedian.
Everybody's
Foley, Coach Cabana,
RVD,
Sid Bodie,
Raven, New Jack, everybody. Mike Sanders might be the most accomplished of all the comedians. Mike Sanders, to me, of all the people we mentioned, I think that Mike Sanders is the funniest.
Look at this. The
Rumble.
Whoa,
look at that.
Funny Bone took so long that the minute went by and they didn't do anything. And Lethal Lee, who we saw a couple weeks ago, cost Sin Bone SquarePants the tag belts.
Look at that. He's got a Heaven and Hell 2-on-1 situation here now, huh?
Dexter Verity and Lethal Lee are putting the boots to Funny Bone.
Well, why aren't they performing any double team moves? What are they doing? Joe, what is this idiot just standing there for? He's got a 2-on-1 situation.
Well,
can you explain that?
I believe that Dex Verity and
is just saving himself, right?
No, I don't think they're worried about throwing Funny Bone out of the match. I think they just want to beat him down.
Well, they give them some double team maneuvers.
There you go. Ask it, you shall receive.
Why are we having is this a 20-man Rumble? This might be the longest match in the history of FSW.
It could be.
I'm not excited about it, I'll be honest with you. Here comes Funny Bone back.
Funny Bone.
Joe, you know what, actually? Because you have shown a disdain lately for Funny Bone's relationship, specifically with Sid Bodie, who you...
and there's Mike Delight.
There's Mike Delight. You've kind of like soured on Funny Bone a little bit because you think he's become like more of a
I think he's
comical.
better. That's right. He's better than what he is showing, in my opinion.
Right. Well, that makes me to kind of like he's becoming more one of my favorites because you don't like him, and I kind of like the guys that look at Mike Delight. Isn't this? Oh, this is so funny. Look, he's sticking his ass in his face. Joe, what do you think of that? See, Joe, I think it's funny that like all these guys that you were touting for a long time, and I was like basically saying that they were kind of like embarrassing themselves out there, that you've kind of like grown into my philosophy that they are kind of embarrassing themselves, aren't they?
You know, maybe the age, the wisdom is starting to come, Disco Inferno. Maybe you were right all along.
Maybe I wasn't, but the point I'm trying to make is that I kind of like these guys now because you don't like them.
And that's the only reason.
That's the only reason.
Just to see my disdain for somebody makes you happy.
I just think basically I'm reveling in your hypocrisy. That the fact that you were touting these guys for so long and I was burying them, and now you come kind of like growing into burying them, and I just think it's funny that I was right and you were wrong all this time.
Look at this.
Oh my God, there's Dexter Verity. Whoa, Lethal Lee took Funny Bone out.
Funny Bone out, and look at that. You got Machismo number 3. You didn't even mention that. Machismo number 3.
Which number?
He's related to Machismo 1 and 2.
Oh, interesting.
And Funny Bone,
I'll say this.
That's the quickest I think he's ever been eliminated in any kind of battle royal or rumble that we've ever seen.
He spent the whole first minute of the match embarrassing the fat kid at ringside with his funny jokes and stuff and everything, So, I mean, he kind of like got what he deserved. But look at Machismo number 3. What's he doing in there? Machismo number 3. He needs to get it. If he does not have a gym membership, he needs to get one. That's ridiculous.
Maybe that's why he's hiding his face, Disco Inferno. Is it possible?
I mean, just completely out of shape.
You know, that could be Rey Mysterio.
I will say this. I see Mike Delight in the gym a lot.
Yes, he does.
And he trained very, very hard. And I'm giving him credit. I'm giving props to Mike Delight for trying to improve.
No, I don't deny it. I always hear about Delight talking about going to the gym.
He goes to the gym a lot. He
Yes.
works out. He doesn't wear a dress in the gym.
Lethal Lee, you can tell. And there's
Here we go. Hammerstone's in the house now.
Alexander Hammerstone.
Yeah, he's just looking at this right now and just deciding which guy he's going to throw out first. Because he should really wipe these guys out.
You know, here's a
Look
guy
at the
that
number 3. Here you go. There we go.
we expect big things from him in 2014.
Ooh,
Alexander
wow. He's
Hammerstone.
clobbering these guys with these forearms.
And Machismo
Nice.
number 3. Hopefully, he won't
I like
last much
this.
longer. There you go.
There we go. What a shocker that she's in those regional order. I thought you had him. What did you have, man? You probably went to the sports book at the
400 to 1.
Yeah, well, 4,000 to 1. I think would have been
like
more
it,
reasonable odds. If you bet him at 400 to 1, that's a typical Joe DeFalco bet because he had no chance. You just basically gave the sportsman some money, didn't you?
There is no chance at all that I'd be betting on Machismo number 3. Now,
who would you bet on in
Hammerstone-
this match right now? Would you
right
bet on
now,
Mike Delight, Lethal Lee, or Alexander Hammerstone?
I'll take the youngster. I'll take Hammerstone.
I'd take Hammerstone too.
You know, he's come to FSW with a purpose, and he's quickly making a name for himself.
Quickly, very quickly making a name for himself. Very impressive. Very impressive physique. I friended him on Facebook, by the way.
Is that right?
Yeah, I did. I accepted him. Oh, and there's my boy.
There's Clutch
Yeah,
going right
Clutch.
after Hammerstone.
There we
Big
go.
right hand.
Boom, nice. Clobbering these guys. Boom, there we go. I like this.
A big chop.
Uh-oh, Mike Delight. See you later, Mike Delight. Whoa, wow, what a bump that was.
Another elimination for Hammerstone. It's only been about 5 guys, and he's quickly eliminated 2 within a couple of
Ooh,
minutes.
what are you doing, Clutch? Watch out. Oh, I want to see this. I want to see Clutch and Hammerstone go at it here. That's a good, impressive matchup, wouldn't you say?
No doubt about it. And right now, Lethal Lee and Clutch, they are both laying on the ground, and you can see Hammerstone. Very, very methodical, as we've said.
Yeah.
That's a big word of some guys we like. Very methodical.
And I would also say that Hammerstone probably hadn't been here long enough to forge any friendships. So he's pretty much, I'd say probably on his own in this Rumble. But you have a lot of guys in here that have been in FSW for a considerably long time that we might see some alliances throughout the course of this Rumble. Would you agree with that?
I would absolutely agree. And, you know, talking about Hammerstone, usually the biggest downfall of a younger wrestler is they go too fast.
Yes, they do.
That things get discombobulated from them quickly, and it usually costs them a victory. That was Gregory Sharp's problem when he first started.
Right.
When he would look fantastic, something would happen, and then all of a sudden, boom, he lost. Didn't know why.
Because there's like an absence of
Max
thought.
Falcon.
The Max Falcon. Oh, there he is. Look at him. Whoa, he's just, look at him.
He's going after.
He's going right after
Clutch. After the big man.
That's not a good idea. What? Max Falcon's eliminated. Wow. Holy smokes. He didn't last that long, did he?
I heard the under-over was 26.5 seconds, Disco. I'm
that
not
was
sure
an under
where we
for
went.
sure. That was like 16 seconds. Ooh, these guys are just clobbering each other. Oh, you don't want to trade punches with Clutch. Clutch is one of the best punches.
Look at this.
in
It looks like
FSW.
Hammerstone's going over, and Lee looks like
They're trying to help. Smart move.
He knows getting a guy like Hammerstone out of the match is a smart move, regardless of his feelings for the other guy in there. And look at this. Hammerstone's able to fight out.
Right.
And now he's working some back elbows to the side of the head of Lethal Lee.
Right.
And now it looks like he's trying to dump him.
Well, who's this?
Eddie Guardado.
Eddie Guardado. Whoa! That might have been the quickest elimination in the history of the Rumble. 2 seconds, Joe.
Eddie Guardado.
That was unbelievable.
He made his long-awaited return to FSW.
Who booked that? Eddie Guardado out in 2 seconds. He must not be happy about that. That does not help you position the rankings, does it, Joe?
That definitely does not. And it just seems like it's destined to be these three for a while.
If these bums keep trying to, it only lasts like 2 seconds in there, I would suggest it probably will be these three.
And Lethal Lee looks like he was clawing the back of Clutch, but here comes Hammerstone.
Yeah, and he just hammered him.
With the big right hand, and that just stopped Lethal Lee in his tracks.
Boy, I'll tell you what, it wasn't a good night for Max Falcon or Eddie Guardado, was it? Ooh, look at this big knee. Wow. Punishing him.
You know, those two could wrestle in the first ever Winter Leaves Town match. Did you ever hear one of those, Disco?
I'd like to wrestle this Hammerstone guy one time. He looks like the type of guy that could probably learn a lot from wrestling guy. Oh, look at this guy. Who's this?
The 400-pound Terex. We have not seen him
we haven't seen him in a long time. Holy smokes. Ooh. Well, it looks like he's been training hard, huh?
Yes, I don't think he's gained any weight.
No, he has not. He looks the same. I'll tell you this much. He is showing what he showed the last time he performed in FSW, considerable amount of skill. The guy is actually pretty good, isn't he?
Absolutely.
Yes.
And Terex has been, wrestling around the country, decided to get the opportunity. He put himself in it. He wants to take a shot at Tyshaun Prince.
Really? Whoa, and he just eliminated Lethal Lee like it was nobody's business.
Lethal Lee had been in the match for about 7-8 minutes already.
Holy smokes.
Going through everybody, and Terex just disposed of him very quickly, and now the threesome is Clutch, Hammerstone, and Terex.
Does Terex want a piece of Clutch? I don't know. I don't know if these guys want a piece of each other. Ooh. What was Clutch doing there?
It looked like he took his eye off it, and he saw Cedric the Hitman.
Cedric the Hitman in there now. Uh-oh, and he's got some issues with Clutch, does he not?
Yes, he heard the music, and he took his eye off Terex.
Ooh, there we go. He's going to be getting some business from Cedric the Hitman. And look at your boy ringside there.
GG Severe. Terex was once an associate of the agency.
Was he really?
That is right. Good personal close friends with Cedric the Hitman himself.
Right.
And right now, it looks like
this is one of those alliances we've talked about.
Looks like Hammerstone is saying, you know what, I'm gonna buddy up with the.
But what are these schmucks doing just standing there for? Well, why don't you help eliminate them? A bunch of idiots.
You would think these guys are not fans of Clutch any longer.
Ooh!
And a big right hand by
Clutch,
Terex.
Poor Clutch. He's just getting pounded in there right now.
This doesn't look like it's going to be good for both of them.
Holy smokes!
And down goes Hammerstone and Clutch, the 400-pound Terex.
Is Cedric the Hitman going to wrestle in that? That's an interesting bit of attire, wouldn't you say?
Oh, we've seen him reffing some crazy
Who is
stuff.
this? Big Duke. Big Duke is in the house. Big Duke. Joey DeFalco, your son's favorite wrestler.
That's
Big
right.
Duke.
Big fan. He's a big fan of Big Duke.
Interesting. I'm not friend of Big Duke on Facebook. Does he have a Facebook page?
Yes, he does.
I don't really think he does.
And look at this. Cedric jumped onto the second rope, so he's not been eliminated.
And neither is Clutch. Why is he running after him there? What is Clutch doing? Clutch would rather get his hands on Cedric the Hitman than win the title?
Obviously not a good move. And look at this. There goes Cedric again.
What is he doing? Oh, no. Come on, Clutch. How'd you fall for that?
And Cedric the Hitman.
He kicked the rope and it hit him right in the scrotum, the genitalia. He hit him right in the genitalia, didn't he?
And right now they're taking the opportunity, and there's
Big Duke,
as we said,
Hammerstone there in the corner.
And Terex and Cedric the Hitman, they are doing damage to Clutch. It looks like Terex is looking for somebody new to mess with. And
Crash Test Cody. Holy smokes, he's a house of fire.
And he's going right after Cedric the Hitman.
Yeah.
They've had their problems in the past.
Well, Cody's had his issues with the agency, and he has issues with stupidity too because he had his back to the entire time.
It's almost like Terex is knocking on the door.
Yeah, like, hello, hey Cody, here I am, Cody. Turn around. What a schmuck. Crash Test Cody has all of the. Let me tell you what for positive qualities: heart and desire. Okay. Negative qualities, everything else it takes to be a professional wrestler.
Are you saying that those two qualities that he has isn't good enough?
To succeed? I mean, I don't know. He's got heart and desire. He's got a good work ethic. But he's just, he is what he is. Right, Joe? You're a fan of Crash Test Cody, right?
No doubt about it. He's a guy who's made huge strides.
He's a good poster boy for the school, is he not?
He was a guy that, back in the day, him and Eddie Guardado, they were neck and neck for who would have the longest losing streak in wrestling. And then Cody turned it around.
What about Eddie Guardado?
Well, he took a break from that losing streak, and you saw what happened to that.
That's interesting. He's not training quite as hard as Cody, is he?
Obviously the proof is in the pudding.
Right. Yes, it is.
And now we're getting a bunch of guys in the ring.
Here we go. How many we got now? Who's added this? Somebody just came in. Oh,
that's Cash. Your boy Cash.
I was too busy listening to your crap that Cash showed up. The Cash is like Mr. Lowdown. How can you have a load? You can't have a lowdown without Cash.
That's right. He is the king of the lowdown.
He is. He's turned this into arguably the premier show in FSW.
A must-see TV.
A must-see TV.
And look at this, Hammerstone and Clutch working together.
Whoa! Holy smokes! Eliminated that guy like a sack of potatoes.
And Tarek's looking good, but he gets eliminated.
Yeah, he almost broke an ankle to land on the floor.
You know, if it was like the sack record, he'd get a half sack for that Hammerstone.
Yes, he would. So now we're down to let's talk about who we got here. Big Duke, Cash, Crash Test Cody, Cedric the Hitman. Oh, who's this? Oh,
Lorenzo C. Henderson.
Lorenzo C. I like it. Look at that. He's here to wrestle. He's putting his tights on, picking up his lunch pail.
Obviously,
he's go to work.
He heard on commentary when you were dissing him about wearing King Mo shorts.
Right
he's back wearing the singlet.
Did he mention that? Did he say something about that?
Obviously, look at him now.
Yeah, well, he's here to go. He's a lunch pail guy. Put on a hard hat, pick up a lunch pail, and go to work. He's going to wrestle these guys.
He's a guy who can ground and pound. It'll be interesting to see. Kind of like the old days in the UFC, David versus Goliath, where it didn't matter the weight differential.
Right.
Because Lorenzo went right after Clutch.
Yes, he did.
You know, he could have picked on a guy like Crash Test Cody.
This has actually been a much better match than I would have anticipated based on the structure. You know, I'm not a fan of matches that you guys book were just you have no clue what to do with everybody, so you just throw them all together into one match. Who's this?
Joe Graves.
Who is Joe Graves? Do I know Joe Graves?
Joe Graves from Phoenix, Arizona.
Phoenix guy. So guy comes in from Phoenix and he automatically gets given a chance to win the title here. If he wins
That's
this match,
right.
Yeah. Great looking, Joe.
You know, some guys have,
well, I wonder how the people that have been here in FSW.
Former championship wrestling from Arizona champion, Disco
Oh, he was?
Inferno.
Okay, well, I guess his resume is pretty good then.
You know, just because Arizona doesn't have quite the talent roster that FSW does, we're giving them opportunities.
Now, mind you, there are some good guys that have come out of Arizona, but not quite as good as the wrestlers in Vegas.
Absolutely. And look at this. Cash looks like he's going to be
Cash.
out.
No. Good job, Cash. Smart. Cash is so smart, isn't he?
And the big man is able to keep himself in it.
Look at Joe Graves in there. He's not doing well. Who's this?
Machismo number 2.
How do you know that's number 2 and not number 1? Are you sure?
I guess it doesn't really matter.
No, it doesn't. Because there he goes. He's eliminated.
Boy, he's eliminated by Big Duke.
Oh, Big Duke is out of there.
And
Cash got him out of there. That is great because they had the big feud going on. So now Cash has got a one-up on him.
Look at that. Cedric the Hitman's guy.
Who eliminated him? Crash Test Cody? He actually eliminated somebody? Holy smokes.
And look at this. Clutch and Hammerstone.
Oh, no. Clutch, come on.
Messing with Hammerstone. That's another throw out. That's 3.5 so far, Disco.
Boy, I'll tell you what. Based on the competitors we have left, and there goes Crash Test Cody.
And Graves eliminates him.
Yeah.
And now we're down to 4 again.
Who's that?
Lorenzo C. just pounding away at Graves.
Yeah, well, who out of the 4 remaining that we have right now, who do you think would be the most formidable opponent for Tyshaun Prince?
Well, we've seen Cash, and we would like to see maybe Hammerstone.
Oh, look at this. Who we got in there now?
Cutler Wright.
Cutler Wright.
And there is Graves. It looks like he is.
Wow, what a move by
C.
Graves.
Henderson.
He just hip-tossed him right out of the ring.
Back down to 4. Cutler Wright taking the spot in Hammerstone and Graves. And there's Cash letting these guys look at him. He's like, might as well let these guys beat each other up.
Hey, why not, right?
You know, not many left. I kind of lost count, Disco, so I don't know how many we got left.
Oh, we got a pretty good situation here for Cash, I would say.
And it looks like Jacob Austin Young very slowly.
Yeah, very methodically, just the way Bryce Harrison taught him, right? Ooh, and there he goes. And now calculated, he strikes like a cobra.
Look at that, against a big man like Joe Graves.
He didn't care.
He was firing away.
Is Hammerstone a heel? Is he a fan favorite, or did they Because I noticed that he's kind of like forged a lot of relationships here with the bad guys.
Well, it seems like I think Hammerstone is trying to pick the right person to hang out with at that particular moment.
And I don't think he really knows the history that a lot of these guys have here in FSW and the fans' opinion of them. Would you agree with that? Who's this?
Looks like that might be Alcatraz. Yes, it is.
Uh-oh. Here comes Alcatraz.
And he's putting a stomping on
Oh, my
Cash.
God. Poor Cash. Come on, Cash.
It looks like Cutler Wright trying to get up Jacob Austin Young out of there.
Oh, and Hammerstone.
Looking for another elimination.
Hammerstone, no, he did not get him. But, oh, Jacob Austin Young is out of there. That's all right. He wouldn't have had a chance to beat Tyshaun anyway. Pretty much all the guys that have no shot at beating Tyshaun have been eliminated so far. Would you agree with that?
Well, we got some, as we like to call them here in FSW, we got some bruiserweights in there right now. Alcatraz,
bruiserweights, yeah.
Cash, Graves, Hammerstone.
Who came up with that name? You did?
I believe I did.
Yeah, interesting. It's the first good idea you've had. Most good ideas you have died of loneliness.
Well, I'm glad you appreciate that. This one.
Oh, here's Greg Romero.
Greg Romero going right after Cash. Not a fan of any of the Vegas
originals.
originals.
He's like just... Jeez, boy, not a very good attack there by Greg Romero, I'll be honest with you. What's he doing? They're going to double team him now.
Trying to work with Alcatraz. Not a bad idea.
Not a bad idea at all.
He said, okay, it's your turn now.
I'd like to see Greg Romero win this because I'd like to see what he would do against Tyshaun Prince. What do you think would happen if Greg Romero had a shot at the title against Tyshaun Prince?
Well, pretty much what most people have done against Tyshaun Prince. That's probably try to put forth a good effort
and
then not win.
And then get clobbered, right?
That's what usually happens.
I think Greg Romero's doing a pretty impressive performance. So now poor Cash has just been double and triple teamed this entire match. This is not fair for him.
Well, they know this is must see on the lowdown, so everybody's tuning in to see Cash. So everybody wants to make a statement against them, I guess.
I would think so. Oh, who is this?
And that looks like your boy,
who is
the Legends champion.
The Legends champion is in there now.
There is Rush.
Wow, what's he doing in here?
Rush is a guy that a month or two ago almost defeated Tyshaun Prince.
Yes, he did.
And didn't because of, and Hammerstone's out.
I don't believe that.
Cutler Wright.
Cutler Wright eliminated Hammerstone? What a jerk. I got a favor. Now, Rush, thank God Cash has Rush in there now.
And look at this. Cutler Wright's so proud of himself. Graves has just eliminated him.
What a schmuck Cutler Wright is. What is he celebrating for? Now we have, wow. There we go. And then he's going to go after, I'm surprised.
Rush is just tearing Graves apart.
Yes, he is. And he's got issues. I'm surprised he hadn't gone after Greg Romero for costing him that title against Tyshaun Prince. Well, I'll tell you what, I got to favor either Rush or Cash right now because you talk about a team right now. You have one of the more impressive teams in FSW, and they're taking care of business, aren't they, Joe?
And Graves tried to hang on, but Cash finished him off with the boot.
And now Alcatraz is telling this little punk kid Romero, like, hey, we got to team up here or we're going to get annihilated.
And this is the Final Four, Disco Inferno.
Oh, it is. Boy, how lucky is Rush to draw number 20, huh?
March Madness.
Nice. Wow, look at it. They're just pounding these guys right now.
Oh, and Sally grabbing the leg.
Wow, look at that. And he's eliminated him. Wow. Smart move by Sally. Poor Alcatraz.
So it's Rush and Cash and Romero.
Interesting.
The question is.
Wow, Rush or Cash? Because you know, Greg Romero has no chance at this, right?
Rush had the opportunity already. Look at this.
Whoa,
Cash.
that's unbelievable.
And Romero. Oh, no.
Oh, no, he knocked his own partner off. I don't believe it.
And there
no way! Are you kidding me?
Greg Romero is victorious.
What?
And
Greg Romero
gets his first ever heavyweight title shot.
No way! This is a travesty of justice. I refuse to watch that.
Hey, back on the lowdown with Rocky T and Jack Slammy. We got more information for him. What's the biggest thing that a professional wrestling fan wants to know about right now? What's the biggest thing in pro wrestling?
March 23rd, Samstown. Matt Hardy's back at FSW, Jack.
That's right. Twist of fate. Oh, we can only see what happens there. Fans, remember there's a meet and greet going on right before it from 3 to 4. You can meet and greet your favorite stars, get your autographs, get your picture taken. More information at Future Stars of Wrestling right there on the Facebook. Now, we got more things happening. You know, Las Vegas is the mecca for professional wrestling and professional wrestlers. Let me tell you a little tidbit, Rocky. I'll give you the lowdown on what's happening in Vegas this week. March 4th, that's Tuesday. Backstage Bar and Billiards downtown on Fremont Street. Me and your buddy Scratch with a K, we do a little comedy show down there. We got a very special guest this Tuesday, Rob Van Dam.
Whoa, wait a minute, Jack. You're telling me you and Scratch got Rob Van Dam, the wrestler, the powerhouse, the man, coming to a comedy show?
Not only is he coming, but he's telling jokes. That's right. He's the feature act that night, people, and that's the lowdown right here on the lowdown. Make sure you come on down. It's this Friday, March 4th, Backstage Bar and Billiards, and I guess we got a little more show to do, right?
Well, you know what? We got a casket match, Jack. That's right. Jack Manley, Remy Marcel, Bryce Harrison, and that snot-nosed little punk that he kind of turned into, I don't know, the Asylum Boys. I don't know what they call themselves.
I think they call them the Following. We can follow it right now. Fans, let's get to it. A casket match right here in FSW.
Main event time here on the lowdown. It is a casket match. Disco Inferno. You have Bryce Harrison, the No Limits champion, and Jacob Austin Young taking on Remy Marcel and Jack Manley. They wrestled at Sam's Town, one of the most exciting matches of the year, and now they're doing it in a casket match.
Why are they having a casket match? Explain it. Why? Why are they having a casket match?
It was a decision that was made by the higher-ups.
The Undertaker has casket matches, not Remy Marcel and Jack Manley, all right? So what is the purpose of having a casket match here? Like, is somebody going to die?
We're going to bury the feud after this.
Thank God. And I'm sure that Bryce Harrison and Jacob Austin Young don't want to be saddled with a feud with two schmucks like this for the rest of their lives.
And there's Remy firing Bryce Harrison into the turnbuckle.
Whoa! He just tossed him right out of the ring. What are they doing here now? Poor Jacob Austin Young stuck in the ring by himself now.
A nice European uppercut by Jack Manley. Remy Fro, as some of the people like to call him.
Remy Fro?
Yeah, very creative.
Yeah. We expect nothing
Manley
less.
Fro.
Manley Fro. We expect nothing less from
Look at that. Oh!
Ouch!
He lands on the casket.
Clobbered his head clunked right off it.
Pulled that one out of storage. Last time we saw a casket match was Tyshaun Prince.
Look at Scratch with a K at ringside. Like a schmuck over there trying to dress like Sally. What an ass.
That's Scratch E.
What an ass. And to be honest, is that what an ass, things that an ass would do? Come on.
He's a comedian. He's going for the laughs.
Everybody's a comedian in FSW these days, Joe.
That is right. You know, tomorrow night, Tuesday night, you could see RVD. And maybe Funny Bone and Sid Bodie are going to show up. Run by Jack Slammy's comedy show on Fremont Street.
What Tuesday is that? What's the date on that?
March 4th.
March 4th. Well, this will already have aired. So
people can watch it on YouTube. Hopefully they're going to see it
on YouTube, right? Interesting. Well, I'll be honest with you. I was all set to really cheer for Bryce Harrison and Jacob Austin Young here, but they're just getting annihilated. Pummeled, if you will.
And they've opened the casket. They're looking to throw Jacob Austin Young in it.
I hope this match ends quickly, because I would hate to have to sit here and commentate a Remy Marcel match for 20 minutes or so. I'll be honest, I'm hoping that I can't stand Remy Marcel so much that I almost hope that they would possibly maybe even win this match so I don't have to commentate very much longer. I'm just disgusted at the sight of Remy Marcel when I see him wrestle. And Scratch with the K.
So you're saying you're rooting for Remy Marcel tonight?
I'm just rooting for a quick conclusion to this.
Snap suplex. Down goes Jacob Austin Young. And Bryce Harrison once again seems to be on the outside somewhere.
The only thing that makes me happy right now, what is he doing?
Oh, it's not the real bat.
That's a plastic bat. How funny is that? Like a wiffle ball bat.
Yes.
So, yeah.
It's like a scratchies bat.
Yeah, that's funny, isn't it?
Yes.
What a jerk.
And right now, it looks like this. You're going to get your wish, Disco Inferno. There's the refs. Well, here comes Bryce Harrison.
All right, there we go. I'm a little bit happier now. Gotta get Bryce Harrison up and going in this match. There we go.
It looks like Remy Marcel got taken into the casket.
I'll be honest with you. I don't mind if this match goes a little bit longer. I like this.
And look at this.
Put him in there. Close it.
Remy Marcel.
Oh, he couldn't shut the casket.
Over the top with the suplex right on the head of Bryce Harrison.
And Remy Marcel got out of it.
There's the Manly head making an appearance also. Did you see that?
Isn't that pathetic? What type of schmuck fan has a Jack Manly fathead? What do they call him? Fathead?
Fathead.
Yeah, Jesus.
I'm waiting for the Remy Marcel one. I may have to get one just to irritate you,
I'll be
Disco
honest.
Inferno.
If I'm at a show, an FSW show, there's a Remy Marcel fathead, a fan brings a Remy Marcel fathead, I will personally go into the audience and take that fathead and dispose of it and put it in the garbage. That's a promise.
That's not very nice, Disco Inferno.
I don't care if it's nice or not. So, if you want to bring a Remy Marcel fathead to an FSW show, you do it at your own risk.
And speaking of the next show, Disco Inferno, we have it confirmed that you're going to have the one and only Matt Hardy on the Lava Lounge at Sam's Town on March 23rd.
Of course, Matt Hardy is a star. I have stars on my show. Of course, they want to associate it. Matt Hardy comes to FSW, and he sees like schmucks like Remy Marcel and Jack Manley. You don't want to have anything to do with guys like that. So I invite him on my show, and what do we got? A great Lava Lounge. I'm going to ask Matt Hardy some pointed questions.
We are looking
I've
forward
got some
to
serious questions for Matt Hardy.
March 23rd, Twist of Fate at Sam's Town Live. You don't want to miss it. TNA Tag Champion Robbie E will be here.
Really?
Kenny King will be here.
Oh, God. You're booking Kenny King again?
Disco Inferno will be here.
Of course I will. I'm a big show guy, I work at the big shows, Joe. That's my motto. Big show disco.
Oh, and the poke to the eyes by Bryce Harrison.
I'm thinking of changing my name too, Joe.
So what's that?
A girl the other day, she called me Disco Delicious.
I was thinking you would, step up into the times. I like dubstep Inferno.
No, not a dubstep. I do like some dubstep, but I'm not a dubstep Inferno. But what do you think about the name Disco Delicious?
Oh,
is that annoying?
I'm telling you, yes.
It's kind of obnoxious, isn't it, Joe? I like it, though.
Very much so.
I like it. We have to debut. We have to have a big
if you married a
debut party.
I was
to debut the name Disco Delicious.
If you married a stripper, that would be her name. That could be her last name.
Disco Delicious.
There you go. And look at this double suplex.
There we go. Here we go. Let's get him up and running. Smart. We've got Bryce and Jacob now. Now they've turned it around. They take a lot of punishment this match. Have they not?
They have, without a doubt. And look at this, the crowd getting behind Remy Marcel as Jack Manley kind of taken out of the match for a bit. I can see him on the outside. Look at this. Nice neck breaker by Jacob Austin Young with the little assist from Bryce Harrison, and now he's going right after Manley. The man he took the No Limits title from.
There we go. Yeah. I like this.
And Bryce Harrison.
Open that casket.
Definitely one of the best in FSW, no doubt.
Put one of those bums in there and let's end this match.
And right now it looks like they're trying to get Jack Manley into the casket. But he is fighting back with some kicks to the head. And Remy Marcel, he's able to fight it off. A lot of punishment going on in this match.
I'm kind of at a loss for words right now because it was kind of confusing right there. They had the casket open and they didn't try to put him in there.
And down goes Manley once again. It looks like Jacob Austin Young with the roaring elbow.
Ooh, wow, right in the neck. I like that. That may have hurt. I hope that hurt Remy Marcel's neck considerably. He planted right on his neck, and I like that. I hope that Remy Marcel suffers serious injury and doesn't have to wrestle ever again. What do you think about that, Joe?
I think that's atrocious that you would say something
I'll
like
be honest with you.
that
I don't mind it, and I think it's a good thing if Remy Marcel is out of wrestling forever. because I think FSW would go on and would continue and would prosper without Remy
It would
Marcel.
go on.
It'd be a better FSW without a Remy Marcel, without a clutch with a K, a scratch with a K.
I highly disagree.
Why would you disagree with that? Your son
Remy
agrees.
Marcel is
Joey
loved.
DeFalco was discussing this with me on Facebook.
Is that right?
We were messaging each other. He sent me messages that he thinks Remy Marcel's a jerk too.
Wow, I'm not aware of this. That's news to me. Are you
I
buying,
think
are you
you're-
buying,
I think-
are you buying my underage kid drinks at the Artisan too?
No, I think that your son is slowly turning heel right under your nose, Joe. You don't even know what's going on.
Don't even know. Look at this. As Jack Manley is fighting back.
Holy smokes! What kind of suplex was that? Boy, these guys are suplexing the hell out of each other in this match.
You know, whatever it is, there's a lot of animosity in the ring between these four guys.
They're trying to
Jacob
hurt each
Austin
other.
Young,
They're trying to hurt each other.
You know,
aren't they?
Bryce and Remy Marcel, they have been going at it on and off since the start of FSW. And Jack Manley became friends with Bryce Harrison, and
Ouch.
Bryce turned on them. And then
Smart,
Jacob
in a
Austin,
very smart career move.
and then
in my
Jacob
opinion.
Austin Young was under the tutelage of Jack Manley and Remy Marcel, and we saw what happened there. Basically giving away the trade secrets. What is this? Jack Manley's is he going for a pile driver or a power bomb
How
onto the
stupid
casket?
was that?
This guy out of his mind?
What an idiot. There we go. A kick to the head. Always an effective maneuver, Joe.
Always puts the brakes on for Jack Manley. And look
Oh,
at
there you
this.
go. Let's close it.
And he's saying he's going to close it. But they are fighting off as Remy Marcel is there.
He almost had it closed. And another suplex. Don't these guys have any other moves besides suplexes, Joe?
Who is the true suplex machine is what I want to know.
Since when is Remy Marcel a suplex machine?
I guess he is starting tonight, Disco Inferno. But look at this. Bryce has got him up.
Oh, nice.
A power bomb, sit down power bomb, and he almost fell down power bomb.
Guys are clobbering each other.
And look at that giant clothesline from the top. This match has gone back and forth numerous times.
Yeah, it's my worst fear. It's going as long as possible. I've had to watch Remy Marcel this whole time with that stupid hair and scratching the K with that plastic bat and that dumb outfit.
And it's good.
Jesus, Joe, you don't pay me enough to do this for crying out
The new
loud.
contract is not paid by the hour, Disco Inferno.
Unbelievable.
Paid by the match.
It should be. Jesus. What's going on now?
They are talking it over, and they're ready to finish. Oh, look at this. They catch
What are we going to
Bryce
see now?
Harrison
What a shocker. Another suplex.
right on the back of his head. And Manley's got him up. There you go. There's a power bomb for
Wow.
you. They are just dismantling Bryce Harrison. You look like you're in a state of shock, Disco.
Too
They are
much-
destroying this guy.
Just too much for Bryce to handle. Poor Bryce. It's not fair to Bryce. Would you agree with that?
Bryce Harrison, he's got it coming to him.
No, shut your mouth. Why does he have it coming to him? You're being
You know?
a jerk again, Joe.
You act the way you do, eventually you're going to pay.
There we go. Block those suplexes. These guys are tired of getting suplexed out there. Put the block on him. Oh, no.
And look at this. He's got him up, an assist and another power bomb. These
These guys
guys,
are just driving each other into the mat.
oh, it looks like he kicked them down low.
There's a DDT.
Oh, and look at that kick right to the face.
We've seen every high-impact move in wrestling in one match, Joe.
These guys are just literally killing each other. If this wasn't a casket match, it would have been over 10 minutes ago.
I don't even think, why we even need the casket? These guys are just going to maybe die in the middle of the ring by the time this is over.
There's no pinfall, so everybody's just
Giving
beating the crap out of each other.
If you open up the book of wrestling and went over every move, we've almost seen them all, haven't we, Joe?
Only here on the Lowdown, Disco Inferno. You
Boy,
want
what
to talk
a-
about excitement? Spread the word. The Lowdown.
This is like a wrestling lesson in the year 2014. Every move in the book you can see on the Lowdown.
And right now, Bryce Harrison was trying to go up top, but Manley was able to slow it down.
Well, now we've seen all the moves on the mat. Now we're going to see all the moves off the top rope now.
Look at this. Remy Marcel's got him up.
And another suplex. And Remy Marcel actually hurt himself doing that, for crying out loud.
That would be a superplex, Disco.
Are we going to see him? Joe, what in the world is he doing? What on earth are we going to see here?
1 to 2, it's going to be a suplex.
There's no line. They took it off the books.
Vegas is taking it off the board. No more suplexes.
No more suplexes. Well, no more action on suplexes because that's the only move we're seeing in this match.
No live action betting going on right now, Disco Inferno.
Well, you would have won that bet. There was no super. Oh, what was that?
Went for the missile drop kick and he missed
Now
it.
we have a submission move. The sharpshooter. No, he's going into the STF. Look at this, Joe. But unfortunately, that will not win you the match because you have to put the guy in the casket. What an idiot.
Well, if he Disco, if he passes out, it'll be pretty easy to just slide him in and close the door.
Well, he's tapping out to no avail. What is Bryce doing?
Bryce walked away. He's gone.
He's had enough of these suplexes. He's tired of having to take every move of the wrestling booth.
You know, there's a reason why Bryce is the leader of the group.
And it looks like Jacob Boston Young is out like a light.
As I told you, not a bad move.
And look at Remy Marcel. He's not even going to help him. What a jerk.
And they are sliding Jacob Boston Young in.
Oh, now he's finally getting right there. And now Remy's going to help. Oh, no.
And there you have it. They're ready to close the door. Jack Manley, they are the winners. The Whirlwind Gentlemen.
Unbelievable. Well, I got to admit, Jacob Boston Young all these guys we saw every suplex in the history of wrestling in one match tonight, Joe.
This was one of the most vicious matches we've seen in FSW.
Every power bomb and every suplex. We saw it, Joe. We saw some of them off the top rope, too.
And that's what's going on when you check out the Lowdown. You're going to see the best of the best from now on.
And you're going to see every move, maybe.
And
now again, we have to see this schmuck scratch with the K in there. Will somebody open the casket before he suffocates to death in there, Joe? What's going on? The match is over.
Next week, Tyshaun Prince defends against Greg Romero.
Boy, oh boy. I'll tell you, wait, what is this, Joe? Oh my God, what is this?
That's the tag team champion, Sweet and Sour.
All right. Boy, this just got awesome. Oh, and they're destroying these guys. That is awesome, Joe. What an unbelievable conclusion to this show.
20 minutes in, what do you expect?
This is great. They were trying to celebrate and gloat, and now they just got annihilated, Joe. I love this. All right. Oh, my God. Are we going to knock Jack Manley out for good measure? Oh, come on. Knock him out one more time. He's knocked him out. How many times has he knocked that guy out in his career?
Let's do one for numerous times. But there it is, Sweet and Sour.
All right.
Reigning on the victory of the Whirlwind Gentlemen.
Awesome.
Sweet and Sour, no, the Whirlwind Gentlemen, they are next in line.
But look at Scratch of the K. He's sitting over there like a jackass. This is phenomenal. Great end of the show, Joe. Great end.
Thanks for watching. Good night, everybody.